embrace the opportunity and to entice the largest institutions who want to come and get into this segment of the business by partnering with folks like Ripple.
If XRP is going to XRP is going to
$70.
If Ethereum's going to
10,000.
Ethereum's probably going to
100K.
in case you missed those other videos from before.
Wouldn't it be fun if the next arms race was not for weapons, it was for Bitcoin?
And how that can be leveraged. So I do think that this is something we're going to see more of. And I also really firmly believe that
they try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I'll be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
This one right here is extra bullish. USDA seizures 54.7 million in crypto assets, 27.9 million in BTC, 16.5 million in ETH. XRP 7.8 mil, sold 2.5 mil. Crypto is now a part of the federal enforcement reality. Transparency matters more than ever. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News Good Glitches. And as always, nothing in this video is financial or investment advice. Please do your own research. Subject views, Jack McDonald hinting that Ripple will get an EMI license, electronic money institution. It's about to get real, RL.
Would you like to add on?
Yeah, I would say two things. One, to your first question around what are the holdbacks or the factors holding back adoption, I think there's really three. One is comfort, which is going to come from education. And as we talked about earlier, stablecoins, by their very nature of being stable, and particularly when you look at certain stablecoins that are managed in a way, for example, how we manage ours, that we'll talk about in a moment, we're going to give great confidence to the largest institutions to use them. Second of all, regulatory clarity and tailwinds are going to encourage a lot of institutions to come out and adopt stablecoin usage. Then third, having the infrastructure in place to support that. I do think that there's a risk, and this has been suggested in part up here today, that maybe we try to put this new financial operating system on the legacy rails. And I'm concerned that that may actually hold back the potential, or we might try to do it in incremental steps and save money along the way and not actually be bold and innovative, because I do think that there's a better way. We can still work within the system. We're not trying to overthrow traditional financial systems, but I do think the opportunity with this new technology is pretty profound in terms of what we can do. Last thing I would say is that not all stablecoins are the same, and we've issued the gold standard of stablecoins, a dollar-backed stablecoin. BNY Mellon is our custodian. All of our reserves are in high-quality liquid assets. We come out of New York State. We're a fiduciary. We hold our customer assets in bankruptcy remote accounts, et cetera, et cetera. And as the legislation continues to evolve in different jurisdictions, whether it's in the EU where we'll get an EMI license, whether it's a country like Japan where we're partnering with SBI, we're walking through the front door of every regulator, and we're doing it in a regulated way, in a very compliance-first way. And I don't think that we're going to have the same sort of challenges that others are going to do to embrace the opportunity and to entice the largest institutions who want to come and get into this segment of the business by partnering with folks like Ripple.
It's about to get real, RL. USD and XRP. CME Group, 5 months for XRP futures since launching in May. We've seen incredible demand for this regulated product. Ready for more. Control option on XRP futures are officially live. All possibilities. Risk XRP as long as you load up on the dips.
We're gonna enter a world where a lot of people are gonna realize that they missed out, and then the problem is that they won't have really missed out. If XRP is going to $7, XRP is going to $70. If Ethereum's going to 10,000, Ethereum's probably going to 100K, in case you missed those other videos from before. If Bitcoin's going to 500,000, it's probably going to 5 million, it's probably going to 14 million. I say probably because no one knows the future. So the idea of, I saw someone the other day on Twitter talking about it. They said they're really annoyed at the idea of XRP's price being so high because they want to buy more. They want it back at 1 cent. And I'm like, if you think that its current price is a lot, by the time it gets to $38, you're going to have a hard time.
Not financial advice. Documenting Sailor Center alumnus. This one's interesting. Wouldn't it be fun if the U.S. is buying Bitcoin and it scares China and Russia, so they start buying Bitcoin? We have an arms race over Bitcoin instead of over Weapons.
Wouldn't it be fun if the next arms race was not for weapons, it was for Bitcoin? Wouldn't it be fun if the U.S. is buying Bitcoin and it scares China and Russia so they start buying Bitcoin, and we have an arms race over Bitcoin instead of over weapons? That we're as globally, we're challenging each other to have a secure store of value.
Watch your guru, Justin. Treasury Secretary Besnett says Americans' golden age is underway and the best is yet to come. Crawl, walk. Then we rock it. All in crypto. Danelle Dixon is the other speaks with David Taylor, co-founder and CEO of Xrpnews, on how networks like XLM can be used to support global stablecoin and RWA expansions. We're focused on stablecoins when stablecoins weren't even a thing.
It's a lot about crypto and blockchain and how that can be leveraged. So I do think that this is something we're going to see more of. And I also really firmly believe that having this nice exchange and the ability to have local currencies to support what's happening in country, but leveraging the dollar to get money into the country sometimes, or maybe to get money out of the country sometimes, like just depends on whether you're trying to export or import your talent. So these are really interesting areas, and it's something that I spend a lot of time thinking about because of the conversations that we have with these central banks. So you're on the cutting edge of where I think things should go.
Yeah, thank you. That can be good or bad too. You know, we feel it. Like we're like, are we too early sometimes? We're going to be successful. We're going to figure this out. But I agree. The cutting edge is a two-way street. You know, it's a double-sided sword, I guess is what, so to speak. So, but I do think we are very early in this idea.
Dave, we were focused on stablecoins when stablecoins weren't even a thing back in 2014. I mean, talk about early. So yes. I feel like it's one of those things where it all comes back around to roost where it is. Yeah. So maybe that's actually the next sort of area. For us, I talk all the time about how important interoperability is, how important making sure that open systems continue to exist. It takes more than one developer to sort of make this market work. How do you guys think about interoperability at that level? So making the stable bonds something that any builder can integrate, remix, build with on Stellar without friction. That seems like that's what's important to you. Is that like how do you inform your thinking around that?
I think it's absolutely critically important to, I would say, squeeze out the efficiencies so the future we want to happen actually happens. And you know, this last 2 weeks, we've seen a lot of people start to like understand that the risk-free rate being abstracted away from the common person is like a huge unfairness, you know? And it's, you know, it's kind of funny. Like we're saying, we've been thinking about this early. When people start to get it, you're like, great. And then you're also like, come on, guys. Like we were thinking about this 2 years ago, you know?
More from Tucker Carlson on Bitcoin. I fear it'll become a scam run up by financial elites and politicians to tighten control over society.
But it turns out that it is not, to this point, Ben, I hope it will be, a way to conduct financial transactions privately at all. And that really freaks me out. I'm really afraid of a digital currency because that is totalitarian control. If you can punish people, if you can zero out their bank account and keep them from eating, you will have total obedience. Like that's totalitarian. And I know that young people love crypto because they've been completely screwed in the job market and there are no financial opportunities for most of them. And they know they're staring down a life of, if not poverty, certainly a step down from the way they grew up, most young people. And so Bitcoin for them, crypto in general for them, is a promise of like, how can I make it in this world? Like I would like to have a normal life. How can I do that? And crypto is a way they think that they can. And I'm praying for them. I hope that's true. But I fear that it will become like so many other things in our country, a scam of sorts run by a coalition of the financial beneficiaries, like a few people who are getting all the winnings, and the politicians they control who use it to further their control of American society. I'm really worried about that. And so I'll just be totally bummed with you. I'm a gold buyer, and I've been vindicated big time. In that, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're crazy buying gold." Yeah, you know, it was good enough for the Phoenicians. It's good enough for me. And I, in general, don't get involved in anything I don't understand. I think that's a really good rule. So there's some things I think I understand. Turns out I didn't understand them, but in general, I try to limit myself to things I understand.
Watch your guru Justin. Coinbase and American Express officially launched Coinbase One Card in the US, offering up to 4% Bitcoin back on all purchases.
This card doesn't give you points or lock you in a system telling you how to spend them. No, the Coinbase One Card does something different. It gives you back something of actual value, like the best performing asset of the last decade. Up to 4% Bitcoin back with every purchase. Turn everything you buy into Bitcoin.
Meanwhile, with that being said, watch your guru breaking. The U.S. national debt reaches a new all-time high of 38 trillion. Appreciate you stopping by for another Moon O'Clock News update. Good glitches. Make sure to smash them likies and smash them subscribies on the way out. Check the links in the description. We'll see you at the tippy top. NFA, not financial advice. See you at the tippy top. Later, glitches. Later, glitches. We just getting it started. We just getting it started. We just getting it started. We just getting it started now. Hey. We just getting it started now. Hey. Bags going way up, way up, way up. On that rich, just getting dummy rich. We dummy rich. The best is yet to come and you missed the switch. 589 pumping in, it's not a glitch, we dummy rich. Whole family dummy rich, got dummy hits. Them prices blowing minds, feel like that gummy hit. The news was spreading lies and we went and did the opposite. They said it couldn't happen, now watch some profits lit. We was prophesizing like some prophets here. Looking like you ain't had a prize, Bitcoin maxi tears. DeFi in the bags, climbing up a tier. Feel like Santa Claus, stuffing bags, vendors flying high. See you in